Hi, welcome to CS170 review session for exam 2. I'm going to break this up into a couple videos. One thing I'm going to do for this video is just to cover some stuff with variables um, and functions. So here I've got like a couple of variables here that we declare. So just note that there are naming conventions that we discussed on what are valid types of variables. So these are valid variables. You can do something like with camel case, which I think you should all know what camel case is. And we did this concatenation here, right? And we can do the concatenation and assign it to a variable like this, or we could have done the concatenation right in this alert function here. So either way, it kind of works. Okay. Just to demonstrate that, I'll do this. It won't make a difference, but I'll do the concatenation or adding of the variables together in the alert. And then here, we just declared a couple of variables here. And note, same like up here, we're doing stuff, right? You could just declare the variable standalone, right? But a lot of times it's easier just to do initialization of the variables right there. So we declared the variable and we initialized this one to 9. And then this one, not only did we declare the variable, but we also did a calculation here, taking this prior variable, which was initialized to 9. Okay, and then I'm just doing an alert or display of it here. Okay, here, want to kind of just mention a couple of things. Number one, nesting a function within function. Number two, talking about scoping of variables. Okay, this is bound to be something that you are going to get asked about, so you want to make sure you understand this pretty well. So here, what we've done is we've declared variables A, B, C with values 2, 3, and 4 that are initialized. And then I declared a fun123 function, which takes in 2 values, which we set to be A and B, right? So this is essentially, we're declaring variables A and B for that function, okay? And then I've also declared another dummy function, dummy1, which all it does is returns a value of 10, okay? And then I called the function 123, which I declared earlier, and I'm taking the input or output actually from dummy1 as inputs into fun123. So this is an example of like nesting a function within function, which is valid, right? So you can do any number of things to set the value that you're going to pass in for this fun123, right? I could just hard code a value. I could put in a variable here, or in this case, I'm taking the output from a function. Okay. And then within here, I just did some manipulation of, A and B, right? So here I have A equals to A minus 1, B equals to B plus A, do alert. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So we run the code. Oh, I'm missing something on line 9. What did I do here? Oh, yeah. So I pasted this guy in here. So we got hello world, which is fine, right? And that's this one right here, this first alert here, which is basically taking the 2 variables and concatenating them right within that function. Okay, I mean, alert is a function call, really. And then we got hello world again. This is where we just basically passed in the variable, and the variable happens to be the concatenation of variable 1 and 2. Okay, and then we also have the output of n times n, which was 81, right? Because we initialized the n to be 9, and then we did the square of that. So now we're within the function, right? So this is the first alert here, right? And so what does it say? It says A is 9, B is 19, and C is 4. So why is A is 9? Well, because we called this function, we returned the 10. This came out to here. So we're coming into fun123 with A equals to 10, B equals to 10. So A equals to A minus 1, which is 9. And then b equals to b plus a, which is 10 plus 9, which is 19. And then we didn't do anything with c within this function. So therefore, when I look at the c within the function, I'm actually accessing the global variable, which is c equals to 4 right over here. Okay. Now we're outside the function, and we're going to see that we're at 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And that's basically what I set these to. Now I could have done something here. I could have, let's say I could do c equals to 5. So this is bad practice, but I'm essentially modifying a global variable from within the function. Okay. So let's run this through. Okay, you can see c equals to 4, but then I'm going to make it to 5 here. And then we come out and look, c has become 5. And that's because within the function, I've modified that global variable c equals to 5. Okay, so hopefully this is like a quick little refresher, things to make sure you understand the concepts for the exam, right? Whether it's like the variable, concatenation of the variable, or looking at global versus local variables, nesting of functions. Okay, if you have any questions on these, make sure you pop me an email. I'll be cutting another video covering conditionals, covering arrays, covering loops. Okay, thank you.